Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Mindset Boost. It's good to have you all here. If it's your first time, welcome as well. I hope that you will enjoy this video. Just for those of you who are new or those who join me regularly, we really do these weekly mindset sessions just to allow ourselves to do reflection work. It's always important for me to say that, remember, when we do reflection work, it is, yes, we have to face certain things about ourselves, but it's always done with compassion. I like to keep it light and even fun. It just really makes change so much easier. And I think during this month of September, I want to gradually share with you a method that I developed a couple of years ago that involves and will share with you 9 elements that I use with my clients, especially my intensive sessions, to help them move through a transformation. These elements are, again, just giving you practical tools to, in a way, almost do an audit of your life and make sure that you can add them if they aren't already in your life, so that you can almost design a bit a more practical and stepwise process as you are going through change. But let's just start to breathe together. I've had a busy morning, so I can feel that I need to just ground a bit. Let's just close our eyes. Always good just to ground yourself in terms of space. So just recognize where you are, maybe what time of day it is. And just become aware of the body wherever you are sitting right now. And then I want you just to become aware of the breath. No need to do anything with it, but almost like you're just recognizing the breath. And just follow the inhale and the exhale. And next, we are going to continue to focus on the breath, but I want you to, on the out breath, to really almost blow out the breath. It can be like you may be blowing a feather that's in front of you, or maybe blowing bubbles. I definitely did that a lot for my son when he was little. So it's a normal in-breath through the nose, and then an extended out breath. And then an in breath again. Just noticing how gradually the whole body starts to soften. Such an extended out breath really replicates a sighing out. And the body really needs that to know that it can relax. Just do another couple of rounds like that. And then you can just pause the breath and just take in the shift that has happened. Okay, and then you can open your eyes. So one of the first essential elements, and it usually in a way does involve the first step in a way, although these elements aren't necessarily linear, but this is quite maybe a key first step, and that is to take responsibility. Now, first of all, blaming yourself and telling yourself and others what a bad person you are definitely is not taking responsibility. Taking responsibility is just really recognizing where you are in your life, recognizing how it feels. Yes, maybe there are mistakes that you made and things that you don't feel so proud of, but if you're doing this with kindness and a willingness to learn the lessons, then it should actually be quite a motivating process. If you find yourself feeling quite small or shame-ridden, then you've done the taking responsibility piece with self-criticism and self-judgment, and we definitely don't want that. A useful tool that I have to help you just to take responsibility and face where you are is the More scale. I covered that in a previous video. I can link it below as well. But that's really is a visual representation of our journey, our mental health journey, and you can use that to plot where you are more or less. It also helps you to recognize what do I maybe need to do to start moving through to a new phase in the transformation process. Then secondly, it can be very helpful to create a big vision. So the purpose here again is not about naming goals necessarily. If that works for you, you can also do that. But it is to, now that you've taken responsibility for where you are, just to create a vision of where it is that you would like to go to. But importantly here, the aim of a vision is to instill hope, is to instill some clarity, and especially to note what is the transformation that I need to go through. I think in the book Atomic Habits, they also explain that it's really important. For example, if your goal is to run 10 kilometers, there's a transformation that you will need to go through. It's not so much the 10 kilometers, but you'll have to become a runner. So that's an example of what is it or who is it that I need to become or want to become as I'm working towards my big vision. I have a workshop, so if you already have my app, then the workshop is available there for free. It is called Your Big Vision Workshop. It's just an hour. There's a workbook as well, so it's a really practical way taking you through the steps of how we create a big vision. It is also available on my website if you're not using the app. And then the third piece, and this is a very important piece, and that is to do thought work. So what is that? That is really to start to then recognize, okay, I now know where I am, and I also know where I want to go. And inevitably, there will be thoughts that can set up blocks, that can really be obstacles on your journey to your big vision. So it's really to look at any subconscious or even conscious patterns that need to be softened, need to be changed a bit, so that the path is open to this big vision. I really want to emphasize, if you're doing this work on your own or with a coach or whoever is helping you maybe to reach your goal, is that this part shouldn't be skipped. And yes, there is definitely space for, positive thinking, and you can do it, and really encouragement and inspiration, all of that also has a place. But we have to get out of our comfort zones and really look at some patterns that we can start to change so that we don't sabotage us as we are starting to get results. I often see that we can maybe start with a lot of inspiration and excitement, but then the moment things start to move forward, we start to sabotage ourselves. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. And that sabotage piece usually follows a specific pattern. And really, once we can identify the pattern, we can look at, okay, so what are the subconscious beliefs driving this pattern? And then it's about almost neutralizing these negative beliefs and slowly but surely introducing more helpful beliefs that can support you on your journey. This mindset work, I love doing mindset work. That's why I do these weekly sessions as well. I have a mindset workshop also that you can use. My formula for how to do, especially the changing of thoughts, is also in there. But also, as I said, just joining these weekly sessions will definitely also help you with that. So, these are the first 3 elements. It is to take responsibility, to create your big vision, and then to do mindset work. You can maybe start to think, in what ways are these elements already part of your process? Maybe it's the first time you actually thought of or heard that taking responsibility is an important piece. So then you can start to add that to your process. I really hope that you can use these tools to make the process and the process of change more meaningful and also practical, and a way to track it a bit as well. It can be quite a daunting process. So definitely join me again next week. I will share the next 3, so then you will be at 6 out of 9, and enjoy the work. Thank you. Bye-bye.